everybody.
Hello, good evening.
So as you can see, we finished our day.
Yep.
I am so excited. We are doing this little tidbit. It's not a regular video. It's going to be a video answering questions.
That's it. You guys gave us some questions, and we're going to give you answers.
And if you're on YouTube seeing this is from Instagram questions.
Yep.
So if you're on YouTube and you're just watching this and you didn't get a chance to ask anything, don't worry. We're actually going to keep going with this. For every other episode, we're going to answer questions.
Yeah, so write your questions in the
down
comment.
below.
Yep.
All right, so first question, Ram.
All right, let me get the first question. So the first question is coming from Stephanie G. And she writes, how did you get into trucking? Who do you work for? And did you start with your spouse at the same time? Or did either of you start first and the other one join?
That's a good question.
So let's start with the first one. How did you get into trucking?
How did we get into trucking? So it's going to be included with another question she asked is, did we do it together? Yes. When we originally started, how we got started was I worked at Wawa at the time.
And we owned a vape
e-cigarette
shop.
store.
And so it was kind of not doing so well. So she took a second job to kind of help out. And I was running the store at the time. But we kind of figured like, hey, this isn't really panning out the way we had hoped.
Right.
And so we were really looking for that backup. And it turns out, like I said, I started watching some trucking videos on YouTube. And I was like, wow, that'd be fun. And I'll go and do it. And you could stay here. And then when I come back, you know, it'll be good to go. And she was like, that is not happening. I'm coming with you if you're going. Yeah.
I don't miss this sexy beast too much. So that's how we got started with, that's how we got into trucking.
Yep.
And we did do it together. And what was the third question?
The third question is who did we work for?
Oh, we worked for a company, a startup company called Pam.
Is who we worked for. And who we work for now is SDM Trucking, and they're
Yes.
way better.
So that was a great question, Stephanie. Thank
you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Next question.
All right, the next question is, do you ever catch lot lizards trying to proposition your husband?
No, I don't see it. That lot lizards is
It's an ancient thing,
it's
man.
an ancient thing. It's
I mean,
more
what
back
happened?
then,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. That's like
It's more like-
analog. That's
Yeah.
You're talking about like CDs in the day and age of MP3s. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like lot lizards don't bother coming around trucks
No.
anymore. Most of the times, like
They're
I guess
strip clubs, or they go pick them up somewhere.
yeah,
go to a
or
hotel.
Craigslist. I mean, there's a million and one ways
But we
online.
don't really
I
see
guess.
it. I mean, we
No.
had one once, but that was at the very beginning.
Very
like,
beginning.
And she offered to both, and it was really awkward.
Yeah.
But
But nowadays, the lot lizard has transitioned from being that sort of bother to like people
Drug
coming,
addicts.
yeah, drug addicts coming up to your truck, telling you that they're a Vietnam veteran,
Taking
even
their
though,
own and valid.
yeah, they're a Vietnam veteran, even though they're 30 years old. And you're like, there's no way, like this
exactly.
doesn't make sense.
Like there's crazy fuckers.
yeah. And then there was one lady who banged in our truck at 3 o'clock in the morning telling us that she got kicked out of Church's Chicken with her kids, and now she didn't know where they were going to go.
Yeah, she didn't know where
And-
the kids were.
Yeah, and you're like,
I was like,
I don't know what to tell you, lady. It's 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm trying to fucking sleep,
Oh my
you
god.
know?
So it's just more of that
yeah,
stuff.
more of
It's-
that stuff than
But that's
lot
a funny
lizards
question. That was from J Fong, a lot of eights.
Yeah, we appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That was a funny one. I like that one.
Yeah. So this is coming from Scott Bonacci.
Who's our #1 fan?
We appreciate you, Scott.
Thank
You're
you,
actually
Scott.
kind of the reason we started this whole thing.
Yes.
So we appreciate it, man. Thanks. Shout out to you. So he said he loves our videos and he's thinking about becoming a truck driver, but he wants to know what company would be the best for just starting out.
That's a good question, and we kind of touched base with you, Scott, about that, but
Yeah.
it's better to hear.
Well, we like to throw this out for other
Yeah.
people who might be watching this who have the
Exactly.
same question, because this is a legitimate question that a lot of new truck
And
drivers
just remember,
have.
we're not professionals. We're just giving an opinion.
Yeah, I mean, this is just
Research.
coming from
Research.
exactly a truck driver myself. I'm not claiming to be all knowledgeable. I mean, we have a good idea of what we did and how
Yep.
we went through it, and so we can speak from our experiences. but I won't be able to tell you how Swift is because I never drove for Swift. I'll never be able to tell you how CRST is exactly because we never drove for them. So we've heard good things about CRST. We've heard good things about CR England. We've heard good things about Prime. We've heard good things about Crete, JB Hunt, CR England. Good companies to go and look at. But at the end of the day, like, look up videos of drivers that are actually driving for that company.
And hear what they have to say. Really read the reviews.
We can give you an advice on one that we did, and don't say the name because I think we can get in trouble for saying the name. But it begins. It sounds.
They already know.
It's probably. It sounds like spam. You know what I'm saying?
Spam.
Like if spam was a trucking
company. The company that we first answered the question at the very beginning of this video. Rewind and you'll know which one.
Yeah.
But
they're not a good company. Okay, and let me explain to you what like the beginning process is, because at the end of the day, I'm not sure you're gonna find like the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow that you're looking for. Exactly. Your first year, it depends how you did it, okay? So now, if you bought and paid for your own license, like you paid out of pocket for your CDL, you can go to a lot of companies, and we were with the one called Smart Freight. They didn't give a shit. They were like, hey, you got a license. If you're and especially if you have the ability to become an owner operator,
they'll love you.
Then you're set, because I mean at the end of the day,
1099 jobs.
Yeah, I mean you're 1099 at the end of the day, but you're making 60 cents a mile fresh out the gate. But that's if you paid for your license and you're an owner operator.
Exactly.
Now, if you go into these companies, even that are smaller with your CDL, they're still going to expect about a year experience off you, and that's where these starters companies come into play, because
and that could screw you too with these loans, man.
Yeah. So in essence, what it is to get your CDL from a company, you pay nothing for it. You're going to spend a year with these companies.
Yep.
And it used to be that when you started with these companies, that you would pay into this license, like, so they would take money out of your paycheck every week, which people thought like, oh, that's terrible. They're doing it way better now, where you just sign up for the year and they don't take anything out of your paycheck. It's actually worse.
Yes.
Because it used to be like if you went 6 months in, you were almost paid off your entire loan, so you were good to go.
Yeah.
Now, if you go into these companies and they are not the best pay at all, like we'll go into that a little bit more in a second, but say you go 7 months, 8 months, 10 months out of a 12-month contract and you get fired or you quit, you owe them the entirety of that loan for that.
Not for what's left.
Yeah,
the
not
entire thing.
The
like
entire
you never worked
thing,
a day.
like you never worked for them a day. So a lot of these companies will ride you like a dog.
Yep.
And if you make them mad, they will starve you to the point where you will quit. And then you'll owe this CDL company a whole bunch of money. So I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not saying all companies are like that, but we did have that problem with spam.
Now the reason we also had a problem with spam, like it was, they were trying to starve us out because there were a few times where, like, say I got sick or he got sick, and we were legit sick. Like, we are both hardworking.
They don't care. They
really
want that
don't
truck
care.
moving.
And so when we
you were talking like now our company wants to keep us around because we're great drivers.
Yes.
We do the right thing. We do great
everything
pre-trips.
good. Yes.
We avoid accidents. We're good drivers. But they don't give a shit about you. You are driver 1,178,000.
You actually get a number, just letting you know. You get a number.
and they will have 100 people lined up behind you. When we went to school for spam, they put us in a room and they literally said that their turnover rate was 110% and was almost proud of it.
And
they
was
put
smiling.
it on the side.
They're like,
put it on the side of the wall, like, hey, like, we pretty much make everyone in this room will quit, and then 10%. Besides that, of the ones that did stay. No, 110% is that entire class, and then 10% of their existing fleet will leave. So, I mean, like I said, when you sign up with these companies, can it be a good thing to not have to pay for your CDL?
Yep.
Absolutely. But just get ready for a year of pain.
Yes, and then also, if you're going by yourself, like if you are going, Scott, by yourself, just know you're going to be riding with a stranger
Yes.
It doesn't matter what
For
company
the
you go
first 6
to.
months,
for the first
you will
6
be
months.
team driving
And,
whether
for
you want to
1
solo
month
or not.
with any company, doesn't matter which one ever you pick. So either way, you're going to go through this, guys. You're going to go through 1 month of training, 1 month with a trainer in a truck, then another 6 months with a stranger.
Yep.
And so that's a total of 8 months.
Of pretty much
Of
riding with
pretty
somebody
much
and
riding
doing
with somebody.
team and doing team whether you wanted to do
So
team
we
or
got
not.
lucky, like we did it the right way and the smart way. So if you're a couple out there and you're going to be doing this, you're doing it wisely, or friends even.
Yes,
That-
yes. If
like,
you can
if you
bring
could-
somebody that you know with you that you're
Then
sure
I
of.
would do it because
Yeah.
you can ride with that person
Yes.
for those 6 months.
Mhm.
So after my
But
1
if you
month with a
don't,
stranger,
you get a stranger,
Yes.
and you're riding with them for 6
and
months.
imagine riding with a stranger. It could be a man or a woman, guys. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
So it's one of those things where you're riding with a strange woman or a strange man. So just really think about it before you do it. Another thing, real quick, and I know we were kind of spending a lot of time on this question, but it's a really good question.
It is.
But I will say also too, like there's even been good drivers or drivers out there who did like Pam.
Mm-hmm.
It really does depend, or spam.
It could be your
I'm
experience.
sorry,
you could
spam.
you
but
could,
but
yeah,
every
you totally dropped
experience
that one.
is totally different.
But you could get good dispatchers. You could get a good
Bad
driver
dispatchers.
managers. You could get bad dispatchers.
It depends
but
on
I
you.
will tell you what, like, do not go in there thinking that you're going to make buku bucks in the beginning.
Nope.
Because you
Or
will
you're gonna
be
get
making,
treated like a human being.
Yeah, you will be making the bottom of the industry if you take the route where they pay for your CDL.
Yep.
You will be treated like, hey, like, we're gonna turn as much crap at you as we can because they're expecting that you're gonna quit.
Yeah.
So they're gonna try and milk you as much as possible
Yep.
for the good 6 months that they're gonna get with you before you realize how crap things are.
Oh my God.
And then they're gonna, they'll drop you and they won't care
And
because
there's
you'll
other
be on the hook.
experiences too with them that really got me upset. If you guys want to know more about our exact experience with
We'll
a
go over
starter,
the experience.
We'll go over the experience. Just
And we'll
comment
make a
down below,
video
and we'll make
about
a
that
whole
completely.
video about it because we got more questions. But please let us know down below if you want to know, because there is a lot of information you kind of want to know from different perspectives.
From the beginning to the end,
from the
because
beginning
there's
to
a
the
lot
end.
of things that
There's
you
just so much that we could literally take up to an hour
Yeah.
telling you all
Well,
about it, and it's so
and there's so many things that you go into blind
that we found out the hard
that
way.
you find out the hard way. And
yeah, it's a big affecting of how if you stay with trucking or not if you don't know.
yeah,
So we would love to tell you from both sides of the coin, positive and negative.
absolutely.
So-
I mean, it's obviously positive, right? Because we stay
I
with
love
trucking.
it.
We're trucking right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like anything in life. You kind of have to pay your dues a little bit.
Yeah, but once you're past
you're-
it, it's so fucking easy
it's one of the best and most rewarding jobs you'll ever
and
have.
great pay.
Yeah.
So just let message down below. Thank you, Scott, for that question.
Appreciate
we'll go
it,
on
Scott.
to the next one.
All right, so on to the next one. So it is Selena.
Hello,
and
Selena.
Hello, Selena. Thank you for the question. And she is asking, her and her husband are thinking about getting a new truck for the
Yay.
business, and they want to know how about getting it, how to get it.
So that's awesome. First off, congratulations that you're a couple
Congratulations.
and you're going to be doing this.
All right.
Oh my God, it's so much
Make
adventures
the leap
for you
together.
guys.
That's it. Start
I
a
said,
business.
and tell everybody, no matter what you do in life, record it so you can remember. And it's
Absolutely.
the best thing ever.
Yes.
So for your question,
Probably about 3 different ways you can go about
yeah,
it.
3. So the first one is definitely go to an auction.
Yep. You go to
In your local
auctions. There's
area.
local auctions. You'll see when
Bring a
they're
mechanic
happening.
with you because you want to make sure that it's up
Yeah.
to par. You're not getting a POS.
Yeah, you don't want to get a lemon.
Yep. And so
Things
that's one.
cost a lot of money to change out in these, so you want to make sure that you're up to
to
snuff
go.
before,
Totally good to go. And then 2,
if you go to a truck stop, a lot of times you'll see, like, when you're entering in, especially the professional driver's entrance, so look for the fuel bay where
Mm-hmm.
they do the diesel. If you walk into that door, you'll see racks with magazines on them.
Those are
They're
free.
to take.
So don't
and
worry.
one of those magazines is almost always like an auto trader for semi trucks.
Yep.
And you can find good deals in those. I like browsing them just when I'm bored, and it's cool to look at.
And it's fun to look
But,
at.
yeah, yeah, but you can find a lot of good deals there. And then
Craigslist.
and then the third one is Craigslist. That's kind of like,
That's more of the iffy risque.
Well, I mean, it's not really designed for semis, but sometimes you'll see them posted in there.
And you're just like,
but,
so it really depends on you. But also there is another option, but if you're trying to be an owner-operator immediately,
you can go through a company.
you could go through any company.
But
and
if you're starting your own business, yeah. Yep.
And lease to own or
and
whatever.
that really doesn't cost you any money.
No.
But you're running, a lot of times they're going to expect you to run loads for that company.
Yes.
And you're going to have to run loads for that company.
And you still can technically put your name alongside it, but they don't really, it depends on the company. Some don't like that, some do, so you have to ask.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want your own name on your truck and you want your own, then those are the three real suggestions, which is auction, Craigslist, or go to a TA or any Petro or any Pilot anywhere.
And they'll have like an auto
and they'll
trader
have like
for
a
semis.
magazine for you.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you, Selena, for that awesome question.
All right.
And
I
the
think
last
that about
one
wraps it
is
up.
actually my mother.
Oh, yes.
She asked a funny one.
Yeah.
So the first one my mom asked is, oh God, what was it? It was the steaks. She said, "What happens if you have no fingers and you're trying to test out the meat temperatures? Use your nubs."
Yeah.
I guess
mean,
use those nubby feelers.
in all honesty, I mean, I could probably test the steak with my elbow. I mean, it's just a knowing the texture and the bounce back
Gotta
of the
move
steak.
the camera a second there.
Yeah, the bounce back of the steak. So I mean, I can imagine you could use. I mean, you could use your toes if you wanted to.
And then
I
she
guess.
asked to. She's referring back to episode 7, if you guys want to look. But she is asking about what's the difference between the red and yellow cards. Those are my pilot cards.
Yeah.
The red one is for regular cars.
Like regular.
Four-wheelers, which is what, if you're new to that term as well, in the trucking world, that means regular people driving their cars. So regular cars, that's the red one. The yellow one is for truckers.
Semis. Yep.
So you could actually be doing both and get free coffee and free stuff if you keep scanning them, showers, all that stuff for the yellow.
The yellow one will give you showers. If you got the red one, you kind of screwed up because you can't get showers.
I found that
with
one
it.
out the hard way, but they still gave us a free shower because they were really nice.
Yeah, they were super cool.
So that's the difference, Mom. And then the last question she had about editing, I found out I can't. So once my video is up, it's up, which sucks. So if there's any mistakes out there, guys, just know that I'm new.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. We try our best. We do everything from our phone.
Yeah.
So it's hard with my stubby fingers.
Yeah.
Sometimes I might miss it.
I mean, we might look down the road to getting like hardcore editing software.
Stuff.
But I mean, for the most part, we're
just doing this for fun.
for you guys and like this small. I mean, we're not super professional.
No.
We're regular people like you guys out here. You know what I'm saying?
Look at these two guys.
Yeah.
Look at this shit.
It's like a all-out brawl here. I mean, it's like battle of the ages.
She takes a beating.
Yeah. It's
He's in
a battle royale.
Mode. We call him the dick of the truck.
Yeah.
As you can see why.
He gets into his dick mode, and then Khaleesi kind of puts his ass in place.
She puts up with it, and she runs like this.
She's like,
so to everybody who asked these questions, we appreciate you so
Thank you guys so much.
And just all my YouTube.
And for all the support you guys show for the Instagram and our YouTube.
We love you all so much.
We appreciate it. You guys are awesome.
Thank you guys. And YouTube as well. Thank you for subscribing. If you know any friends, family, or if you're watching this for the first time, what's up? Yeah. Please like, subscribe.
Join the family.
Join the family. Hit the bell down below so you can get updates on when we're doing the next video.
Yep.
And we'll talk to you soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Say bye, Khaleesi.
Say bye-bye.
Say bye-bye. Bye.